Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Keith with Craps TX. As always, thank you for tuning in. And as always, please hit that thumbs up for us. If you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when we put out the next video. So, it is Labor Day 2025, so happy Labor Day. Hopefully not everybody has to work. I kind of have to keep an eye on things. I'm kind of on call 24/7. But yeah, I am at home. I work from home, so that's cool. Anyway, enjoy your Labor Day. So this video is going to be still at the $10 level, and it's just kind of going back to basics. I've seen this on a lot of different channels before, but most recently I saw it on Superfly Dice. Go check his channel out. He's running through a lot of different strategies as well. Explains everything out. To where it's easy to understand, and he also uses a lot of graphics and stuff, so he makes the video kind of entertaining as well. Sorry I don't use a lot of graphics. I just try to get these out as quick as I can, and my day job takes up the rest of my time. So what it is basically just a pass line and a come bet strategy, and playing max odds. So we got 3, 4, 5 times odds. Your 4 and 10 are 3 times odds, your 5 and 9 are 4 times odds, and your 6 and 8 are 5 times odds. And that's max. So we're just going to start at the $10 level. I'll just as an example. So we'll set a point, let's say whatever. Let's just roll the dice real quick. That's of course not going to get a point. Say it's 5. Okay. So 5, you can use 4 times odds. We got 10 on there, so we'll put 40 behind. And then we'll keep going. We'll put 10 in the come, and we'll go from there and see where it goes, and whatever number it ends up on, we'll place odds on that as well. And it's just a continuous odds. It's not, or continuous come bet rather. I'm sorry. So you just keep going until you know the evil number that shows its head. Throwing chips on the ground again, but one of these days I'll extend my wall over here. Matter of fact, maybe even this weekend. So yeah, probably a good idea to start out with, at least 8, 9, 1,000, just depending on what level you're playing at, what denomination. If you're playing at a $10, $15 table, 25 if you're apt to play that level. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to have $1,000 here. I doubt that I'll get through all of it, but I've got 500 in black, 500 in green, and 100 in, well, I don't need 500 in black, do I? 400 in black, 500 in green, and 100 in red. So that's 1,000. So my math was off a little bit. So let's just go ahead and roll it out, and we can be the shooter, or you can play the pass line even when you're not the shooter. I forget the guy's first name, but the Superfly Dice channel, he played the pass line every roll, regardless. So let's get us a couple dice here. We'll get that hard 8, that square pair. Go ahead and put our $10 down on the pass line. I believe you can see that over there. And we'll get us a point. We're coming out. And there it is, a 415, just like I showed a while ago in the example. We are going to put max odds behind that. That's 4 times odds, so we can put 40. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we will place a $10, oh, that's not from there, over here. Place a $10 come bet and keep on rolling. We got 3 craps. Okay, that's going to hurt us. We lose on the 2, 3, and 12 in the come. You win on the 7 and the 11. It's like the pass line on the come out. So another $10 down there. Dice out. And 6, 2, 8. Okay, so that's going to travel to the 8. 8, you can play max 5 times. So that's $50. We'll put 50 on that 8. Kind of stack it off to the side a little bit. I mean, you can put it to come and then just tell the dealer, max odds on my 8, and they'll place it up there for you. You can place your own come bet, but they have to place the odds bets for you. All right, dice out. 6, 3, 9. Okay, sorry, I was supposed to have another $10 come bet there, so rewind and pretend you didn't see that. But there's a $10 come bet, so that is going to travel up to the 9, and 9 is 4 times odds. Man, I'm pulling it from the wrong place. Hopefully I didn't pull that. Did I pull that from the right place or the wrong place? I think I pulled it from over here, didn't I? Yeah, I probably did. Maybe? Yes, I did. So I'm going to take that back. I'm going to put these from my rack over here, and then I'm going to take that over here. What'd I say, 40? So we'll place 40 in the come. Please max odds on the 9 dealer, and they will do that for you. There we go. All right, we'll get the bugs ironed out here momentarily. And there is a 527. So, you know what? I was supposed to have another $10 come bet there. It's supposed to be a continuous come bet. But I keep forgetting. I'm not used to playing come bets, so I'm trying to acclimate myself to playing them. But regardless, we are out right now, and we're losing on that 7 out. But the reason I did want to make sure that was there is that we do win on that. So a whopping $10 after all the money that we put out. But that's the chance you take of playing the max odds. It is a good payout when you hit one of those numbers, but not so good when you don't. Let's get rid of some of that there a little bit. All right, puck goes off. We'll take our super winnings and put them over there. We'll take 10 of it, put it on the pass line, and we're going to look for another point coming out. 5, 3, 8. All right, 8's going to be our point. Max odds is going to be 50, so we will place $50 in odds. You can do that yourself. Actually, that goes behind. And then $10 comeback. I remembered that time. How about that? All right, dice are out. Let's see where that's going to go. 5, 4, 9. All right, so this is going to travel up to the 9. We will get max odds on that. That is 40 or 4 times. And I'm pulling it from the wrong place again. I'll get it straight eventually. All right, so there's $40. You're gonna place it in the come dealer. Please place max odds on that for me, please. Please, please, please. Okay, and we need some change here because we got to make some more come bets. So I remembered that time. And there we go. So another $50 there, just swapped out for some red, and we have $10 again in the come. Just continuous come bets. Just going to keep on doing that. All right, so there's a good hit, 5, 4, 9. So that is actually going to pay us. That's an off and on. This would travel up, that would travel down, and get paid. So we're just going to leave that there, but we'll go ahead and get paid. That is $10 on the flat, and then on that 40, it pays 3 to 2. So basically 1.5 times, so that's going to pay 60. Right. So there is $60. So 60, we made 70 altogether, and then we'll just leave that there because that's like I said, it would travel up there anyway, and it would have odds on it anyway. So that is that, and we're off to the next roll. Same shooter, ice out. There we go, back to back, 6, 3, 9. All right, so again, that's going to pay $10 on the flat bet and $60 on the odds bet. 40 odds pays 60. All right, so that again will stay right where it's at, and we'll rack that and keep on rolling. Dice are out, and 5, 2, 7. Okay, so we lose that. And we're going to lose our pass line bet. But we'll win there. Another whopping $10. And we'll take that off to the side. Put it in our rack. And we got $10 to put on the pass line. All right, so puck goes off, and we're going to start this process all over again. Hopefully you can see, I mean, it's fairly easy. It's kind of one of those basic strategies, like just playing the pass line with odds. But this adds a little more to it. So you're playing, come bets and just follow the dice, follow the puck, wherever it goes. Let's see, 3 craps. So we're going to lose our pass line bet. I'm just going to take it from here. So I lost $10. So I'm taking it from there, replaced it, and dice are out. You lose on the 2, 3, 12 on the pass line. And there's a 4, 3, 7. That's a front line winner. So we actually win that back. All All right. So right back in the rack. Maybe. All right, dice are out. 4, 1, 5. All right, so 5 will be our point. That'll be 4 times odds. So 4 times 10 is 40. There's a green and 3 red. Pulled it from the right place. How about that? And then 10 for the comeback. And there we go. 6 to 8. All right, that is going to travel to the 8. 5 times odds on that, so that is $50. Almost reached for the bank. $50 on the 8. Again, you would just place it there. Dealer, please max odds on the 8. They'll place it there for you. Another $10 on the comeback. And dice are up. 6, 3, 9. All right, so that's going to travel to the 9. 4 times odds on that, so that is $40. And look at that. I was trying to pull it from there again. There it is. Trying to pay myself without winning yet. All right, so there's $40. Dealer, please max odds on the 9. Excuse me. Okay, so another $10 in the com, and we're still off and running. 6, 4, 10. Okay, we're going to get a lot of coverage here, apparently. That'll travel to the 10. That is 3 times odds, so that is $30. Remembered that time. And another $10 in the com. There we go. If we can start hitting some of these numbers, we'll be looking pretty good. Nice out. 4, 2, 6. No, we're just going to keep hitting the holes. That's fine too. 6, that's 5 times odds, so we can go up to $50. Dealer, please. Full odds, max odds on my 6. And then another $10 down. Let's see what's left. That 4. That 4 is wide open. Wide open. Can we get it? No. We're going to make money. Darn. All right. Hard 6. So this would travel up here. This would come down here and get paid. That's going to get $10 on the flat bet. This pays 6 to 5. So that is $60. Because that's $50 in odds. So that pays 60. 50 pays 60. All right. So that goes in our rack. And let's see, that'll stay out there in the cum. So keep our cum bet out there. And then we just leave that the way it is, because that's what we would have done anyway. It would have just gone right back on there. All right, 6, 3, 9. So now we're going to travel to the 9. This is going up there. This is coming down there and getting paid. It's $10. And then what do we have? 40 on there. That pays 3 to 2, so that pays 60. And there we go, $60. So let's put all that in the rack. And that's what we needed. We needed a few hits. Kind of start building that back up over there. It was getting a little thin looking. Nice out. 3 craps. Okay, that we're going to lose that come bet. You lose on the 2, 3, 12. That's okay. We'll replace it. All right, dice out. And again, 3 craps. I'll just take it from here this time. So we lost that $10. There's my 10. Giving it back. Dice are out. And a 5, 2, 7. So we're going to lose pretty much all of that now. It is risky. You are getting a lot of money out there, playing max odds. So not for the faint of heart, I guess you could say. So if you wanted to do a lesser version of it, you could play it with no odds or just maybe single odds. Kind of preserve your bankroll a little bit, unless you're just feeling risky and frisky. And if you got money to burn. So, all right, so we do win the 10 in the cum. That's why I left that there. And we'll put that in, put that in our rack. And we'll just take this 10 and start back over on the pass line. Buck will go off. Pass line bet. We got 4, 2, 6, or a 2x4 6 right there. That is 5 times odds that we can place. So that is 50. Play 50 behind that, and then we get a $10 come bet. Just got slippery hands and slippery chips today. All right, 3, 1, 4. That'll travel to the 4. That is 3 times odds, so we can play 30. Dealer, please place my odds on the 4. and then another $10 come bet. All right, dice out. 6 to 8. All right, that'll travel to the 8, and that is 5 times odds, so $50. Dealer, please place my odds, and then another 10 in the come. Right. Dice are out. 4 to 6. Okay, so point hit. Puck will go off. That will travel to the 6. We'll place the odds on there. That is what, 50? 5 times odds. But we also hit our point down here, so that is, I'm not going to pay myself out of my own rack. $10 on the flat, and then 6 to 5 on the back, so that is 60 pays on the 50. All right, so there we go. That was a decent little hit, and we'll leave that $10 out on the pass line for the next come out roll. These bets are working. Believe the odds, like if we were to roll a 7, which I shouldn't say that, but a big red comes out, we do lose the come bet. I think we keep the odds. I will double check that. And there we go. I'm going to have to double check it. All right, so there's a 7. Now we actually win down here, but we lose these come bets. And I believe we just get our odds back. These were contract bets, the come bets. So I'm going to go ahead. There's 125, 130. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it. Or maybe just refilm it all together. That way it'll be correct. But yeah, so we won that down there. That was a come out roll. We're still on the same shooter, looking for a point. There is a 5, 4, 9. So we're basically like starting all over again. 4 times odds down there on the pass line bet. So that is $40. And you can place that yourself. You don't have to have the dealer place that for you. Let's get a $10 come bet. And keep on rolling. 6, 4, 10. All right, so that's going to travel to the 10. 3 times odds, so that is $30. Placing the come, dealer, please max odds on the 10. And then another 10 in the come. And there we go. Another roll. 4, 3, 7 out. Okay. So that is 7 out. We do lose everything on the box numbers. We lose our pass line and odds back there. But we do win on the come there. So that just basically replaces that pass line bet, and we'll go there. We'll go through a couple more shooters unless we can get a hot shooter. I don't want to drag this out too long. I think you kind of get the gist of everything. It's fairly simple to follow. Now, of course, you have some tables, that are 10 times odds, 100 times odds, just ridiculous numbers. So just take it as you will. Do whatever you want. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing 3, 4, 5. That's what you see at some of your local casinos. And yeah, so that's why I chose that. Or that's why probably Superfly Dice, that's why he chose that as well. He probably sees that at whatever casino he goes to. All right, so there's 12 craps. We actually lose on that. The pass line, I'm going to have to get change. So there's 5 for the 25. We lose that pass line bet. That's $10, so I'm just going to pay it out of the rack and keep rolling. Looking for a point number. There is a 6, 2, 8. 8 will be our point. Easy 8. 5 times odds, so that is $50. We'll place that behind and put $10 in the come. So there we go, $10. Nice out. 5, 2, 7. Ouch. All right, we lose the pass line and the odds, but we hit that right there, and we are dwindling our money down. So maybe not the best strategy in the world, but you do got to get the numbers to fall your way. Just as with any other strategy, there's always a hole in there, but there could also be a hot streak in there. Let's go ahead and just try. We'll get one more shooter in. I'm not going to drag this one out. Pass line bet. We're all good. We're coming out. Dice are out. Looking for a point. And we have an easy 5. Fever. And that is $40. So 4 times odds. That's $40. Place that ourselves behind the pass line. We're going to get change to play our come bet. There's 5 for 25. And dice are out. Whoa, 3 craps. Okay, that is a loser. We'll lose that. We'll replace it and keep on rolling. 3, 2, 5. All right, so point hit. All right, puck will go off. This will travel to the 5, and then we get paid down there. $10 on the flat, and then on the odds, that's 40. That pays 3 to 2. So just think of it as like 1.5. So 40 will pay 60. 2 red, 2 green. There we go. All right, we'll rack that up. Well, I'm doing it one-handed because I have the stick in the other hand. That's why. And there we go. Get a little bit of that money back. Still not looking real healthy over there, but we have our 5. We can place odds on that. You could wait till they roll, I guess, if you wanted. That's 40 in odds. That is our come bet, right? Right. Okay, yeah, so we had a set of points still. But this is working. The come bet. Again, I think the odds... Whoops, that was a 5. So that was a 5, 3, 8. I just accidentally knocked that over. So our point's going to be 8. So we can play 5 times odds behind the pass line bet. So that's $50. And then we need 10 for our come bet. And this will be the last shooter. We'll just end it here. Maybe we can get a little hot streak. 3, 1, 4. This is going to travel to the 4. 3 times odds. So we'll put $30 in the come. Dealer, please place my odds on my 4. And then another 10 in the come. All right. Whoa. 5, 2, 7. Okay, so that's going to end it. We've got to stop the bleeding anyway. Didn't do so hot on this round, but you know, practice it at home or practice it, you know, somewhere, maybe on Crapsy or, you know, one of the other Craps apps. We're going to put that there because that's going to pay. We're going to win there, but we lost everything else. So we'll put that over here. And this is not going to be hard to count because we lost a good chunk. So we started out with 1,000. There's 400, 500, 550, 560, 570. So we lost 430. Again, do with it what you will. It's one of those basic strategies where you know, not a whole lot of thinking involved. You just place your come bets. You just have to do the math for your odds bets and place that out there for the dealer. So let me know what you think. Again, I saw it on Superfly Dice. Go check his channel out. There's his banner right there. He's got some other good strategies as well. Fairly new channel too, I believe. But yeah, go check him out. If you got any questions or comments, please put them down below. Check out the description below. There's plenty of links and whatnot, and hopefully it's self-explanatory. I'll also link Superfly Dice's channel down there and the video that I saw this from. I believe that's it. Oh, our email. If you have any other questions or anything that you want to send via email rather than on the comment section, crapstx@gmail.com. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up. Let me know what you think. If you got some other suggestions or anything, any kind of strategies you'd like me to roll out, please send them my way. Maybe your favorite strategy. Let me try it out. All right, so this is Craps TX. My name is Keith. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.